All right, I'm going to go over completing the square, a process that you need on page 208 for solving some quadratic equations. You learned completing the square last year in Algebra 2. Hopefully you remember. These problems are some of the harder that you'll see, but hopefully after you watch me review these, you'll be able to do your own assignment of complete the square on page 208. So let's get started. Here's a problem. F of x equals negative the quantity x squared plus 2x minus 3. Now, the reason I want to complete the square is if I get the equation in standard form, this form here, the h and the k are the vertex. When I have the vertex, I can get a more accurate picture of the curve. Again, these are all quadratic equations. The curves are going to be parabolas. So let's try and complete the square on this problem so I get the equation in standard form. First thing is this quantity has to be a trinomial, a perfect square trinomial. That 3 is not the good number or the correct number, so I have to move it outside of the area of I'm working and find the perfect number that fits in there so I can factor so that I have something like this. Here goes. First step. Rewrite the equation. X squared plus 2x plus a space. I don't want that 3. Plus, I'm going to put a new number that I find here, and I still have to put that 3 out here. Hopefully you know why it's a plus 3 out here when it's a minus 3 in here. This minus makes all of these the opposite sign. So this problem is really negative x squared minus 2x plus 3. And I'm just taking the plus 3 and putting it outside here, out of my way. I'm going to find a new number that goes in here. The new number I want to find, I use the process called complete the square. Take this number, the 2, divided by 2, and square it. 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 1 squared is 1. So, the number that goes in that space is a 1. Now, you know you just can't go changing equations. So, if I put a 1 here, it's really a minus 1. The opposite of a minus 1 is a plus 1. So I'm going to put a plus 1 over here. I can subtract 1 and add 1 to an equation, and I've really added 0 to the equation, so I haven't changed it. That's cool. Don't change an equation. You can make it look different. That's all. All right. So, now, with that figured out, I can now rewrite this equation as x plus 1 squared plus 4 f of x. There's my new equation. I completed the square. The reason I want this equation, I want to graph this parabola. I don't want to just have to randomly guess numbers. So now that I have the standard form, I can find the vertex. The vertex of this parabola is h, k. So in this case, it's minus 1, 4. All right, there's one. Let's try another one. Need to rearrange